Good evening, everybody. This is Steve Fletcher with the Trumpet for My People. Today is March 22nd, 2019. We are late into the evening on Friday evening. And quite honestly, I was totally ready to give up the Purim watch, thinking that it was absolutely over. Purim is over. We've entered into Saturday. We've entered into the Sabbath. We have gone past the window that Jesus mentioned that your flight would not be in winter or on the Sabbath. But someone shared with me, and I've been sharing a couple things and just wondering where I was going to go next. And I was sharing some things on my Facebook page. And someone said, I don't think Purim is over until Saturday night. And I said, well, let me go back and check the calendar and see. And so I went back to the Hebrew calendar, and based on the Hebrew calendar, they don't usually wait. The Hebrew calendar, as is, they do not wait for the new moon sighting to start the month. They have their calendars dictated well in advance. But if we want to go by the actual new moon sighting, then we need to understand when the new moon was seen in Israel. And so the 29th day of the month, when the new moon was expected, would have been March 7th. So if we go to renewedmoon.com, we see that the new moon would have been expected on March 7th. Previous sighting was 29 days. A month can only be 29 or 30 days. It can't go 31 days. So if the new moon is spotted on the 29th day, then the new month will begin. But if the new moon is not spotted on the 29th day, the next day by default is the first day of the month. So if they had their 29th day expected sighting on March 7th and the new moon was not sighted, then that by default puts the month back one day. So the true new moon of March was not on March 7th, it was on March 8th. So this changes the dates of Purim. Okay, so this is huge. This is a huge, important update for those who want to watch precisely the calendar where we are. This would be the true calendar then, based on the actual sighting of the moon. So March 7th, as we look at the right of this diagram, we see that the March calendar on the Hebrew calendar shows March 7th was Rosh Chodesh, but that was not sighted on that day. So the day starts, the month starts one day later on March 8th. So day one of Adar 2 is March 8th. So if we go to the 13th day for the first day of Purim, the Adar 13 would be the first day of Purim. That means Purim began on March 21st. Purim day 1. Purim day 2 is March 22nd. And Purim day 3 is March 23rd. So at this point right now, I'm not going to go back and share all of the information that I had. I've been sharing information about March 22nd and March 23rd combined. We've talked about the Hitler final solution on March 23rd. We've talked about Obamacare on March 23rd. We've talked about Barack Obama going to Petra on March 23rd. And we've had a lot of information that we have been putting together about March 22nd and March 23rd. But for right now, I just want to bring to everybody's attention that Purim is not over. True Purim is not over. If you're going to look at the calendar based on the way God sees it, then the new moon has everything to do with the true precision of the calendar. This is the way I see it. This is the way I have been following the calendars and trying to understand where we are, what the true feast days are. And I know that there are a lot of disagreements about what is the true calendar. But if we go all the way back to 2009 and see the Barack Obama Nobel Peace Prize, that was the seventh day of Tabernacles on the Hebrew calendar. 1,260 days later, when Barack Obama went to Israel, March 22nd, that was Nisan 10 on the Hebrew calendar. That was the day of the triumphal entry. The blood moons all followed the Hebrew calendar. Hebrew calendar on Passover, Tabernacles, the total solar eclipse right in the middle of the four blood moons was March 20th, 2015, and that was Nisan 1 on the Hebrew calendar, New Year on the Hebrew calendar. So the Revelation 12 sign, September 23rd, was the Feast of Trumpets based on the Hebrew calendar. So this is the way I have been seeing it now. So we watch the Hebrew calendar, but we also have to understand that there are variations based on the true sighting of the new moon. So in this case, it's off by 1 day. So this is huge, and I just want to give everybody a heads up to keep watching through March 23rd. The true last date of Purim seems to be March 23rd. One more day added to the Purim watch. So that's all I wanted to share with you tonight. I pray you're blessed, encouraged, and it's not over yet. So let's just keep our eyes open, keep our heads up, keep hoping, because the Lord Jesus Christ is going to be coming through the clouds any moment now. Boy, I sure hope it's tonight. I sure hope it's tomorrow. Wouldn't it be wonderful if the time of his appearing has arrived? That would be the best news ever. Okay, I pray everyone is blessed tonight. This is Steve Fletcher with the Trumpet for My People, the sign of his coming revealed.